Hi everybody, today we're going to be looking at the card game Boy Band Builder. Now in this game you're going to be creating a boy band and you're going to try to be the player that ends up scoring the most amount of money by doing gigs. Now throughout the game you're going to have a chance to build up your band, add attributes to your band, and also sabotage your opponent's bands. So let's check it out. Okay everybody, here we go. In this game you've got three different types of cards. You've got gig cards, star cards, and artist cards. Now what you're going to be doing in this game is you're going to be building your boy band and you're going to be adding attributes to them, and through those attributes you're going to be trying to go ahead and grab these gigs over here, and once somebody ends up getting 7 gigs, that is going to go ahead and end the game, and then all the other players will have one more opportunity to try to get gigs. So anyway, let's go ahead and show you the different cards. The artist cards are going to have different artists on them, and they're each going to have an attribute and along with a cost in order to get them. Now in the very beginning everybody is going to be receiving 3 of these star cards, and you're going to be using the star cards in order to pay the cost. So for Harrison that would be 2 star cards. Some are more, such as Punchy over here, but he has some more attributes. And then you also have some that don't cost anything, but they're only going to have like 1 attribute or something like that. So these are the artists. Now the star cards are going to add attributes to your different artists. For example, if you played a private tutor under one of your artists, this would add music and coolness to him. Here's one called Showstopper. This will add moves and music. And then you also have cards that are also that you can also play on your opponent to try to sabotage them. This male pattern baldness. If you play this on your opponent's artist, this one says this artist doesn't generate cool, so he's not going to be able to use any cool attributes on this card. Here's another one. This one is acne. This one says this artist doesn't generate heat. Another one here says take 2 random star cards from another player's hand and then discard. And then here's another one that says discard a star card from any artist. And there's several different types like this. So not only are you going to be able to build your own band, but you're going to be able to sabotage your opponent's band as well. So in the very beginning, everyone's going to go ahead and draw 3 star cards. And on your turn, you're going to have 4 different actions that you can do, and you're going to choose 2 of them. The first one is what's called the audition. In the audition, you're going to go ahead and draw 3 artist cards over here, and you're going to go ahead and pick one, and if you have to pay a cost, you'll pay the cost. The second one is draw 2 star cards, which means you'll just simply draw 2 star cards from the deck. Do a gig. This means that if you end up having a boy band that has the following attributes on there, you can go ahead and pick one of these up and you'll go ahead and get the money that it's worth. So in this case, this one is worth $40,000. And then the other one is play a star card. This simply means you can play a star card on an artist or a band, so you can play one on yourself to help you, or you can try to sabotage your opponent. So let's go through a typical turn here. Let's say on my first turn I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick out 3 artists over here. So I have 3 star cards already. So let's just say I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick Diego over here. I'm going to place him here below me. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick 2 star cards to discard to pay the cost. So let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and discard these 2 over here. So that's my first action. Now my second action I'm going to do is I can't do a gig yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this star card underneath Vinny over here. So now he's got all these different attributes over here. So as I'm building these attributes, I can go ahead and look on here to see if I want to get one of these gig cards. Right now I've got 3 of the moves. This card requires 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and discard these cards. And then on the end of my turn, I'm going to go ahead and draw a star card from the deck. Next turn, I decide I'm going to go ahead and pick up some artists over here. And let's say I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick Harrison here. I'll go ahead and play 2 of the star cards and discard them. And I'm looking right over here to see what I have. And let's just say I decide I'm going to play the private tutor card underneath him to add to his attribute. And so my opponent goes again, and we're going back and forth. I'll draw another star card. So let's say on my next turn I decide I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 star cards. And then I end up getting the entourage. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and play the entourage underneath here. And then what I'm going to do is, since I now can meet the requirements of one of these cards, I'm going to go ahead and take the Platinum Album. It has 4 music, I have 4 of the cools, so I'll be able to go ahead and pick this up. And so that's basically the way the game goes. You're going to be building up your band. You're going to be trying to sabotage your opponent. There's several different ways you can sabotage them, and trying to buy gigs. And as soon as someone gets to 7 gigs, that's going to trigger the end of the game, and then everybody else will go ahead and have a chance to play one more time. And then what you'll do is you'll add up all of your gig totals, and whichever band has earned the most amount of money is going to be the winners. And that, folks, is Boy Band Builder. So my final thoughts on Boy Band Builder. Well, my wife loves boy bands. She grew up listening to people like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and I play piano, and I've actually played some of their songs, and they're still pretty relevant today. People still love them, sing along to them, and everything like that. And so when I heard about this game, I said, you know, this game sounds kind of funny to me. Funny in a good way because of the theme. And I have to admit, I enjoyed playing this game. I really like the way they add these things like male pattern baldness, right? And then you've got acne and things like that. And then some of the other cards, you have like lawyer dads and flaky tips for the hair and all sorts of things like that. So thematically, I think the game is really good. It makes me laugh to play these things when I see some of these cards. You know, there is strategy to this game. Anybody who is a fan of boy bands like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, O-Town, or any of those guys or grew up with them, I think they would get a kick out of this game. It plays well, I think. It's a simple game to learn. Rules are really short. And thematically, I really liked it. So guys, that's my review of Boy Band Builder. Catch you later. Keep on gaming. You are my fire.